Wait, is the HOV open? It is. I'm about to take this, yo. Yeah. HOV is like never open, dude. Forget all that traffic, dude. That. My girl's gonna look at Life 360 and be like, slow down. She hates when I speed, dude. Today, dude. Oh, I wish I didn't have to go to work, bro. Golly, I wish I didn't have to go to work. Like, if only. Surprised that they don't have like they don't have the HOV closed. Usually on days like today they'll have it closed, but I mean I guess today is not one of those days. This will knock out one more pole for you. Thinking about like I want a new bike. I love this thing and I want to keep it, but at like some point I'm gonna want a new bike. And it's not even like I want more power or something. It's more like I just like having a variety of bikes at the end of the day. Like I want a something I've been looking at The Aprilia RS660s, dude, they're so nice. I've seen so many like builds with them, and bro, they're just so clean. I've always kind of had a soft spot for Aprilias. Like, I think one of the first bikes I remember like recognizing or like seeing directly was an Aprilia RS V4, man, and fell in love with those things. Because there's this dude, I think, that I used to watch. He played Siege, Rainbow Six Siege. Some of you might know who he is if any of you played Siege in the past. I believe his name was Godly, and I think he bought an RS V4. And I remember seeing that around the time I was looking into getting a bike. Oh, Popo. I remember seeing that around that time, and I was like, dude, I want one of those. They're so cool. I may be wrong. It might not have been him, but I definitely remember seeing someone I used to, you know, watch do something else. You know, he ended up getting a bike, and it was an RSV4, and I ended up falling in love with that thing, dude. Do I want to take this way? Yeah, we'll take this way. I think there's just too many popos out here on the highway for my liking. One too many, man. But yeah, ever since then, like, I've kind of just fell in love with Aprilias, and I would love to own one, man. I, of course, have like a couple different bikes that, you know, I would love to own. Like, you know, I want a Ducati one day, like a, you know, a V4S or something would be so sick. I think my big problem with a V4S though is I'm a short dude, and I've got to sit on one. And bro, those things are so tall. Like, I'm sitting here on my like tippy toes trying to hold this bike up, bro. Like, them things are tall, boy. Tall. And like, I just don't think that I can handle a bike like that because of how tall it is. I mean, I of course could lower it, but I mean, that comes with its, you know, cons and stuff like that from what I've heard. Like, the handling on them, you know, kind of changes and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know if I really want to do all that. Maybe one day, you know, maybe one day I'll grow to be big and strong. But for now, I am still child height. So, I'm kind of limited on a lot of the bikes that I can get. And on top of that, I mean, it's a V4S, dude. I don't have the money for all that, you know, I don't have the money for that. I don't have the money to drop on a bike that's the price of a decent new car, you know? Like, $30,000 is insane, bro. $20,000, you know, I could potentially see for like a new bike, you know, at some point in the future, but $30,000 is just insane right now, man. And it's like, I want a house, you know, I want all sorts of stuff. Like, before I get any sort of like fancy big boy bike like that, yeah, I want a house first. I want to be able to have a garage and everything and stuff like that, and have some more stuff sorted. Especially having a baby now, you know, my daughter, like, I need to have money for all the things that she needs, and, you know, whenever she starts getting older, being able to want. But I mean, either way, all of this is just, it's things that I'll get to eventually. But back to the original topic, you know, I want to get a you know, an Aprilia RS660. I've been looking at them a lot. They're not too expensive for the most part, used at least. And I mean, they're pretty cool, pretty sick looking bikes. I love the look of them. I have yet to be able to ride one. I would like to be able to ride one before I fully decide on a purchase like that. Which, I mean, even a purchase like that, it's not something that I'm making right now or anytime soon. I got a lot of stuff to sort out first before I go purchasing more bikes, because I already have 3. I have this one, my 300, and then my original bike. The good old KPR 200, dude. A little 200cc. It's still just sitting in a garage. At some point, I have it posted, you know, to sell down in North Carolina on Marketplace, but I've been wondering if maybe it would be a cool idea to, like, you know, bring that bike back for a short time. Like anyone who's been watching my channel for a long time, you know, you remember that thing, good old blue. It's what I, you know, started my channel on, man, was that little 200cc. And, you know, that thing took me places. I did things on that. I got a lot of memories packed into that bike, so it hurts my soul to, you know, think about selling it and everything. But it's like at the same time, you know, it would be good to sell because it's just sitting there right now. And realistically, I don't need 3 bikes right now. I don't even have anywhere to put 3 bikes. You know, if I were to bring it up here, like, it's just gonna have to sit on the side of my street and, you know. But I feel like it would be cool to, like, maybe do a series of bringing that bike back and, you know, like, maybe like swapping the engine on it or something, making it into a little like stunt build beater bike, get into stunting. Because I mean, I've been trying to teach myself how to wheelie and whatnot, and I mean, I'm obviously not very good at it right now, but you know, we're getting there slowly but steadily. I've been teaching myself to wheelie on this thing. But yeah, I think it would be like a cool thing. I mean, honestly, if y'all would like to see something like that, you know, like me bring back my original bike and do something with it, you know, definitely leave a comment down below. You know, maybe before I sell it officially, I'll like do a poll on my channel and see, you know, if y'all would like to see a series on that thing. I mean, it's a very unheard of bike. I don't know if it'll be that interesting of a series, but I mean, I think it would be pretty cool and something different to do, you know. Like working on the bike and you know, just putting like frame sliders on it, because I mean, I'd have to like get a custom, you know, set of like frame sliders fabricated for it and everything. I think I still have the original sprockets, but I'd need to get like bigger sprockets, because the way that I left it, it's just geared for like pure top end speed, because I took that thing on road trips a lot, and you know, I needed that extra bit of rev range to be able to go places, because I think it maxed out at like 77, 80-ish miles an hour, you know, and trying to do interstate travel on that thing with stock gearing, because on stock gearing it maxed out at like 70 miles an hour. And so, you know, I was trying to squeeze out every bit of anything that I could that would give me some top end with that bike and not just redline it everywhere I go. But I mean, you know, for a 200cc, that thing put out, man. It put out. It definitely did its job. I can tell you that much. It is kind of crazy to think that I'm on this thing now, because that bike that I started on had 17 horsepower, and here I am on 95 horsepower. You know, it's a very big night and day difference. And there's a lot bigger of a rev range on this thing. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, you know, if you would like to see a series with, you know, my original bike, especially to all the OGs of my channel. If you'd like to see a series with my original bike, bringing it back, putting it back together, and, you know, building it into something cool, let me know. We can maybe do it like as well, you know, you guys pick out the things that I do to it. A subscriber built bike, if that makes sense. That would be kind of cool. But speaking of building bikes, I'm wanting to do some more mods to this thing. I want to do a mirror delete and get the bar end mirrors. I've finally decided that, you know, I want the bar end mirrors. I feel like it would just be better for me to be able to see a lot easier. On top of that, getting rid of these mirrors would give the whole bike a lot cleaner of a look, in my opinion. Because I've seen, you know, builds of these things with the bar end mirrors and the main mirror delete, because you can get integrated turn signals up there, like little pucks that you can put in that just have the turn signals, because the turn signals are on the mirrors right now. So that way you can still have the turn signals, but you can also still have your mirrors, and it also, the front end just looks a lot cleaner, a lot neater, not so janky, you know. It doesn't have these freaking antennas sticking out. But I want to do that. I also want to, I believe, go to a 14 tooth sprocket, because I think stock these come with like a 15 tooth on the front, and that'll just give me a little bit more torque. I think it's like a 7% gain of torque, which would be nice, because because realistically, I don't ever max out this bike like that, you know. I mean, I've done like top speed pulls obviously on it, but it's just, how often am I really doing that? I feel like I'd much rather have the torque gain, and I mean, it's only going to take maybe like, what, 5-10 miles per hour off my top end, which is still pretty solid. Like, my top end is still going to have solid, you know, speed. So, and I feel like riding around town would be a lot better to just have that extra torque, man. Just to be able to, you know, do some janky things with it, be able to get up and wheelies easier and stuff like that. It would just be nice, man. It would be nice. I do want to start doing kind of a series every time I get mods for this bike, you know, showing off the install process and everything, and then showing off the bike with the mod. I feel like it would be kind of cool, because I know a good couple of you that watch me, of course, have this bike, and, you know, are always asking questions about some of the mods that I have, you know, on this bike. So I feel like it would be good to be able to have videos to refer to, or refer people to, of, you know, hey, if you want this mod and how to install it, check this out. Because there's a lot of things that I still want to do with this. Like, I want to get the, what is it, the clip-ons that they sell. I think they're like 300 bucks on the CFMOTO like website. But it's like a nice black set of clip-ons that go up here that are really nice. That would be great. I also want to do the, because right now I just have a basic little tail tidy with the original tail light, and I want to get the like R1 tail light conversion kit, which would be nice. I want to get a new front windscreen. I like this front windscreen, but I want the one that kind of has the Ducati-esque headlight look to it whenever you put it on. I'll probably pop up images of these things so you can kind of get a general idea of what's going on, or maybe I'll just save it and not pop a single image up and let it be a surprise for you guys. But yeah, that's just to name a few things that I want to do. I still want to get this thing tuned so I can slap in my DNA air filter as well, because I have that. It just sits in a box. But yeah, there's a lot that I want to do to this bike still. So I'll probably end up making a series out of that in the near future. Every time I get mods, just, you know, show you guys the install process and stuff like that. And then just do a review of the mod itself. Because a lot of the mods for these things come from AliExpress, and I'm sure a lot of people are wary of that. They're, you know, like, you don't want to buy parts that are just going to break on you and stuff like that. You want something that's decent quality at least. And I mean, everything I've bought from AliExpress has been decent quality. It's exceeded my quality expectations, I can tell you that much. You know, coming from these manufacturers, like, you don't really expect it to be good. It's kind of like, you know, buying like AirPods off of Temu. You don't really expect it to be good, but a lot of these things are actually pretty dang good. Like my tail tidy, it's pretty well made, pretty well put together. It holds up solidly. Or this front end, the front winglet that I put on, you know, I didn't expect it to be all that good of quality, but it holds up, man. It holds up really well, especially, you know, on those super windy days and, you know, at speed. Like, this thing, I haven't had any issues with it, other than maybe the glue coming off whenever it gets super hot. Like the other day it was 97 and the glue on the left side was starting to kind of falter, but, you know, all I had to do was just replace it with different different double-sided tape, not glue. It didn't come with glue. It was double-sided tape, but it wasn't like super strong double-sided tape. Now I've got super strong double-sided tape and it holds steady. But yeah, anyways, I'm about to get to work. This was kind of just a ride to work and rant video and just talk about some things. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I got affiliate links down in the description. You know, if you want some like armored gear, go check out NBT. If you want some just regular clothing that looks solid, some nice branding, go check out my other links for like my riding group, Reckless Reapers. You can see the sticker through here, or as well, wow, my brain just went blank. Also go check out Demon Racing Glove. You can get 5% off your order. Reckless Reapers, you can get 10% off your order, and NBT, you can get 15% off your order, all using the code 2 wheels 1 lens. But yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one. Y'all stay breezy. Peace.